Welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive. This time we're taking a look at Egyptian blue.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It is, isn't it? A color so vibrant and enduring that it's really captivated humanity for over 5,000 years.
That's right.
And get this,
Yeah.
it's not just a pretty face.
There's more.
Oh, yeah, way more to this ancient pigment than meets the eye.
I like where this is going.
So to really get into it, we've got a whole collection of research papers.
It's really fascinating stuff.
It is a really cool blend of history and science and technology.
Oh, wow.
I know, right? And our mission today
Lay it on me.
is to uncover what makes this ancient pigment so special that it's actually experiencing a modern-day renaissance.
A renaissance, really?
Yep, with
Well-
uses that go way beyond art.
Okay, I'm all ears. Egyptian blue.
Uh-huh.
It really is a fascinating color with a fascinating story.
It is.
A story that blends, like you said, history, science, and technology.
It does.
And for starters, you might be surprised to learn that Egyptian blue is actually the world's very first synthetic pigment.
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine the ingenuity it took to create this back then? We're talking over 5,000 years ago.
No way. I always just kind of assumed that synthetic pigments were like a modern invention.
Nope.
So how do they even create this? Like, what did they use back then?
Well, the recipe involves a mix of silica and calcium copper and a flux,
A flux.
usually containing sodium or potassium,
Okay.
and they'd heat all these ingredients to a very specific temperature.
It sounds pretty precise.
It was a meticulous process for sure.
Sounds like they had a pretty good grasp of chemistry even back then.
They did.
So was this like a common thing? Was it something that only the Egyptians did?
Well, while its name points to Egypt,
Right.
we've actually found evidence of its use across ancient Mesopotamia and the Roman Empire.
Really?
It graced everything you know, from tomb paintings to everyday objects.
Huh.
This shade of blue was a hit across multiple civilizations.
So it must have been something pretty special to them if they were going through all that trouble to make it. I mean, was it just the color itself, or were there other reasons behind its popularity?
That is a great question.
I tried.
See, Egyptian blue wasn't just a pretty color, it was also remarkably durable.
Oh, really?
Talking about a pigment that could withstand the test of time.
We are talking millennia, right?
Millennia, in some cases.
So like the murals and artifacts we see today, are they still sporting their original, like, vibrant blue?
They are.
Wow, that's amazing. So
Yeah.
if it was so popular and long-lasting, why did it, like, eventually fade into obscurity?
That remains one of the biggest mysteries surrounding Egyptian blue.
Oh, really?
Its use declined drastically during the early Middle Ages, and we're not entirely sure why.
Hmm.
It's as if this once ubiquitous color just vanished into thin air.
Like a true art history enigma.
Exactly.
So when did it make its grand reappearance then?
Well, it resurfaced in the 19th century,
Okay.
thanks to a group of scientists who were studying ancient pigments.
Oh, so they went looking for it.
Yeah, in a way, their rediscovery wasn't the end of the story.
It wasn't.
It actually marked the beginning of a whole new chapter for Egyptian blue.
Intriguing.
It is.
So they found more than just a lost color.
They did.
What else could there be?
Well, it turns out that Egyptian blue has a few hidden talents,
Okay.
one of which is quite literally a glowing characteristic. Yeah, you could say that. You see, when exposed to certain types of light, Egyptian blue emits a near-infrared NIR glow.
A near-infrared glow. What, like night vision goggles? Are you saying they were using night vision in ancient Egypt?
No, not quite.
Oh.
While they might have appreciated the utility, night vision technology is definitely a modern invention,
Oh, okay.
but it plays a pivotal role in how we understand and use Egyptian blue today.
Okay, I'm intrigued. So how did scientists even discover this hidden glow? If it's invisible to us, what does it even mean for a pigment to have this near-infrared characteristic?
Well, scientists in the late 20th century were using new technologies to study ancient materials,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when they stumbled upon this remarkable property.
Oh.
The fact that it emits this near-infrared light means that we can detect it even when it's hidden beneath layers of dirt
Oh, wow.
or other pigments.
That's incredible. It's like this ancient pigment was playing a cosmic game of hide and seek, just waiting for the right tools to reveal its secrets.
It really is.
So how are scientists using this newfound knowledge then? Is it just about uncovering hidden details in ancient artwork?
It's certainly a powerful tool for that.
Yeah.
But it goes far beyond just art history.
Does it?
This near-infrared luminescence has opened up a whole world of possibilities in fields like forensics, biomedicine, and even nanotechnology.
Wow, okay, that's quite a leap from tomb paintings to high-tech applications.
It is.
Where do we even begin to explain all that?
Let's start with forensics.
Over.
You see, Egyptian blue can actually be used to develop fingerprints,
Really?
even on surfaces where traditional methods fail.
Huh.
It's almost like this ancient pigment has become a modern-day detective helping us solve crimes.
But how does that even work?
Well, because it emits light in the near-infrared range, it can reveal fingerprints that are otherwise invisible, even on tricky surfaces like textiles
Oh, wow.
or heavily patterned materials. It's like having a secret weapon in the fight against crime, all thanks to this ancient pigment.
That is fascinating.
Yeah.
So we're taking a color that adorned the tombs of pharaohs and using it to catch criminals in the 21st century. This is getting better by the minute.
Exactly.
But what about those medical applications that you mentioned? How does a pigment even factor into biomedicine?
It all boils down to a few key properties.
Okay.
Egyptian blue is biocompatible, meaning it's safe to use in the human body.
Okay.
And here's the kicker. It can absorb energy in what's called the NIR2 window.
The NIR what now?
The NIR2 window.
NIR2 window.
Yes.
That sounds incredibly technical. Break it down for me. What's so special about that?
It's a specific range of near-infrared light that's very safe for biological tissues.
Okay.
This means we can use it for imaging and even treatment without harming the body.
So how do you actually use a pigment for something like that? Are we talking about injecting people with Egyptian blue?
Well, that might make for a colorful scenario. It's not quite how it works. Scientists are exploring the use of Egyptian blue nanoparticles
Okay.
for things like targeted drug delivery and even photothermal therapy.
Photothermal therapy. That sounds like something straight out of a science fiction movie.
It might sound futuristic, but it's based on a very simple principle.
Okay.
These nanoparticles absorb near-infrared light and convert it into heat,
Right.
which can then be used to destroy targeted cells like cancer cells.
So we're essentially talking about using light and an ancient pigment to fight diseases.
Exactly.
Wow, the implications are astounding. It almost feels like we're unlocking a hidden chapter in medical history.
It's certainly an exciting area of research with the potential to revolutionize how we treat certain diseases. But that's not all.
There's more.
Remember that layered structure we talked about earlier?
The layers that give it its color and luminescence?
Precisely. That's the key to unlocking its potential in nanotechnology.
Okay, what happens when you bring nanotechnology into the picture?
Well, those layers can be separated into incredibly thin sheets called nanosheets.
Nanosheet.
Think of them as atomic scale building blocks, each with its own unique properties.
Okay, I'm trying to wrap my head around this. We've gone from a pigment used in ancient artwork to tiny invisible nanosheets.
We have.
What are scientists doing with these?
They're exploring a whole range of applications.
Such as?
These nanosheets have the potential to create highly sensitive sensors, improve solar energy capture, and even enhance security measures.
Sensors, solar energy security. That's quite a diverse portfolio for something that started as a simple color. Can you give me a concrete example of how these nanosheets might be used?
Absolutely. Imagine a security ink that's invisible to the naked eye but glows brightly under near-infrared light.
Okay.
That's exactly the kind of application these nanosheets could enable, making it extremely difficult to counterfeit banknotes or sensitive documents.
It's like having a secret code embedded within the ink itself, all thanks to an ancient Egyptian pigment.
Precisely.
And you said they could be used in solar energy. How does that work?
These nanosheets have a unique ability to absorb light and convert it into energy. They could potentially be incorporated into solar cells, boosting their efficiency and making solar energy even more viable.
That's incredible. It feels like this ancient pigment is a gift that keeps on giving, constantly surprising us with new possibilities. I'm curious, though, about those night vision goggles you mentioned earlier.
Yes,
How do they factor into all of this?
they've become an invaluable tool for researchers studying Egyptian blue.
Okay.
By modifying commercially available night vision goggles with a special filter, scientists can actually see the near-infrared glow emitted by Egyptian blue in real time.
So they're basically using night vision to unlock the secrets hidden within this ancient pigment.
Exactly. And this has led to some truly remarkable discoveries,
Really?
allowing researchers to see details and even entire artworks that were previously hidden from view.
Intriguing. Can you share an example of what they found using these modified goggles?
Absolutely. Let's take a trip to Italy, shall we? Researchers at the Museo Egizio in Turin used these goggles to examine a statue of
Okay.
and what they found was astounding.
Okay, you've got my attention. What did they see on this ancient Egyptian statue?
They discovered traces of Egyptian blue that were completely invisible to the naked eye. The statue's skirt was once adorned with these vibrant yellow and blue stripes, details that had faded over time and were hidden beneath layers of grime.
So they were able to see the original colors as they were thousands of years ago just by using these modified goggles. That's incredible. It's like taking a peek back in time.
It really is, and that's just one example. Researchers have also used these goggles to explore the frescoes in the Domus Aurea in Rome,
The Domus Aurea.
the palace built by Emperor Nero.
Nero, as in the emperor who fiddled while Rome burned. You're telling me we're using high-tech goggles to uncover the secrets of one of history's most infamous figures?
Precisely. They were able to scan large areas of the palace quickly and efficiently, even in low-light conditions, identifying areas where Egyptian blue was present.
I can only imagine that was quite a sight. Exploring a palace built nearly 2,000 years ago armed with night vision goggles that reveal hidden colors. What else did they find in Nero's palace?
Well, they actually uncovered entire frescoes that were concealed beneath layers of dirt and carbonation, completely hidden from view until now.
Wow, they were literally uncovering lost masterpieces. It seems like every time these goggles are used, something remarkable is revealed. Are there any other instances where this technology has led to unexpected discoveries?
Absolutely. Researchers used the goggles to examine Raphael's frescoes in the Villa Farnesina, another stunning Renaissance palace in Rome.
Raphael, the renowned Renaissance painter. What did they find hidden in his masterpieces?
They started with his Triumph of Galatea, where the presence of Egyptian blue was already documented. It was more of a test run to see how the goggles compared to traditional methods of analysis. But then they decided to examine his Loggia of Cupid and Psyche, where they suspected there might be traces of the pigment.
Okay, so they were venturing into uncharted territory with this fresco. Was their hunch correct?
It was more than a hunch. Previous analysis of a tiny fragment taken during restoration had hinted at the presence of Egyptian blue, but the goggles revealed something far more significant. A large portion of the fresco's background sky was painted with it.
That's a game changer. A detail missed for centuries suddenly coming to light thanks to this technology. It really highlights how much we can still learn about the past, even from works of art that have been studied for generations.
Exactly. And it's a testament to the enduring legacy of Egyptian blue. It's a pigment that continues to captivate and surprise us, revealing secrets and pushing the boundaries of scientific exploration, even today.
It's almost poetic, an ancient color bridging the gap between art history and cutting-edge science. This deep dive has been a whirlwind of fascinating information. We've journeyed from ancient tombs to modern laboratories, uncovering the secrets of this remarkable pigment along the way.
It really is incredible to think that something created over 5,000 years ago still holds so much relevance today. And who knows what other discoveries await us as we continue to explore the possibilities of Egyptian blue.
It's a reminder that the pursuit of knowledge is an ongoing journey, and sometimes the most unexpected discoveries come from the things we think we already know.
Well said.
And on that note, we'll wrap up our deep dive into the captivating world of Egyptian blue. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and never stop learning.